Hello, this is Regdrin.
And this is definitely our first try recording this.
It's definitely perfect the first time. We got gangs in our mysterious final mission.
This is Channel 7 News.
This is Lanny York with Channel 7 News. Our top story, Shiftit's terror efforts have finally come to an end. T-0 smashed through the last of the gang resistance in their secret base, the East Side substation. Officials have denied rumors that a weapon of mass destruction was found at the site, but radiation levels in the area are unusually high. Weapons expert Dr. Lloyd has confirmed a WMD would have crippled the country. He tells Channel 7 that the substations form a ring that connect every nuclear power station in the nation. If detonated, the WMD would send a thermal pulse across the country, causing a chain reaction of explosions. Dr. Lloyd says that could have killed about 300 million people. Well, in a ceremony this morning, Nick Mason was awarded the Medal of Valor. It's the highest national award for valor for a police officer. Mayor Wyatt was quoted as saying, "In a city of heroes, Nick Mason stands heads above the rest. His bravery and skill are legendary. He has saved our country's freedom and once again has served his city with distinction, honor, and bravery." Channel 7, Nick, we salute you.
Okay, to give you an idea how ridiculous that is, there are about 330 million people in America at the upper end.
Yep, so they were going to blow up America.
Hey Nick, it wasn't the pizza. It's a package for you.
Also, apparently our city's nuclear generators need surge protectors.
Yep.
Have I got your attention, Mason? Thought you could take us.
So, surprise twist, we don't have police weapons in this map.
Good luck.
Which also means that the upgrade to the police assault rifle we got last mission is kinda useless here. It's really for New Game Plus, also known as Terror Mode.
Why did we keep one of those, by the way?
I don't know. I guess no one's gonna tell him he can't hold on to one of them. I mean, they have to keep track of all of their police guns, but I guess one of the terrorist guns could have been, quote-unquote, lost in the battles or something.
Okay, so there are definitely not enough dudes for both headshots and arrests.
In fact, I'm getting neither. I considered playing through this whole mission again to get one of those two medals, but as you're going to see, this mission is kind of a pain, and unfortunately our real-life time is a little short for this recording, so I went with this.
By the way, we also got a gang shield.
Yep, gang shield. It works the same as the police shield. It's I think it's fair to compare the gang's shield in their hands versus your shield. The advantage is that your shield, when you use it, covers your feet. As you saw earlier in the mission, I was actually able to zap one of those guys by aiming the stun gun at his feet, even when he was walking forward. That is also a problem for you. However, their shield is an impenetrable force field even when they're firing from behind it. It doesn't stop protecting them no matter what stance they're in. It's just a lot easier to shoot them in certain circumstances.
That's what a magnum hit looks like.
Yep, we've seen it a couple of times before, unfortunately. That is a pretty tough situation, though. Especially because I have very limited riot grenades in this mission. I'm kind of surprised I was given any, but apparently he keeps a few in his house just in case.
Well, why wouldn't he?
He also keeps the force stun gun with him at all times.
Well, that's more legal.
Yeah. I'm just a little surprised that they let him have the police issue one.
Eh.
Also, very important to go get that mask because once you jump off that ledge, there's no going back.
So, we're kind of low on health already.
Yeah. The sequence I just went to is probably the toughest part of the mission. It isn't to say that the next few parts are easy exactly, but there are a lot of things that you have to do quickly and in a rather specific way. I actually got confused by the part where you go on outside and there's a grenade guy and an assault rifle guy shooting from the roof above. The reason is that they're firing grenades from outside into your apartment after the first bit of shooting. And when I went through that door and was immediately hit by a grenade, I thought I wasn't supposed to go that way.
And that takes care of another grenade guy.
2 of them. And so that threw me off for a while until I checked a guide as usual to find out, yeah, I was supposed to do that.
And they gave you your breather back.
Hooray! Also, that part was probably the only part that I would use the Magnum just to get through. Because, well, the smoke thrown out by those grenades lasts a long time, so I don't have much time to line up a shot, so I had to go with just the body shot there. Also, this sequence. So we have a bunch of guys with shields going towards us.
And they're being covered by guys with rifles.
Yeah, well, some of the time. I can deal with those pretty fast. Going down there is kind of unwise because any one of them could just open up. So I gotta wait here. Unfortunately, that slows down the play a little, but also, looks like a riot grenade would be pretty good here.
Except we don't have any.
Well, we have a couple. Except I throw it just far enough to go score a few points in skee-ball, which means that this happens.
Oh well. Not much you can do about that.
Looks like the rifle guys got here a little bit late.
Too bad for them.
Yeah. I think it's also worth noting that the enemy count in this level is tight enough that I get headshots and captures against pretty much all of them, but I don't score enough for either medal. Yeah. And that's another mask that you get right before you jump down to a point of no return. Don't miss it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now we're in a meat plant.
This is, yeah. This is maybe not the most deadly part of the game, but it's definitely the most annoying. It's like, I don't know, fighting in a night mission against aliens in the original XCOM. All of the... I don't even know what this is. I'll just call it smoke. All of the smoke and steam can really inhibit your vision, but they don't care.
Yeah, they're gangs.
Which makes me wonder what's special about the smoke from your smoke grenades that they can't see through that.
It's police smoke.
Oh, right.
It's alignment-based smoke.
You know what? I'll go with that. It's law-based smoke. So, 2 guys with shields down there that you can't see without thermal anyway.
Well, that's one of them.
So it's an unpleasant surprise if you just try to walk through there without knowing what's down there from the start.
Uh-huh.
Well, this was a little risky for me to do.
Yeah, it worked.
Well, also, I was hoping that since I was alone, as the bad guy said, I wouldn't have to hear from Trudy anymore, but no, she starts talking immediately after he does, so we'll never be rid of her.
The murders will never stop. Every city in this country.
Ooh, this is a little tricky too.
Even when I die,
Oh well.
It was my last riot grenade, but it was a useful one.
this country will be run with me.
I was getting really nervous here.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Well, recording nerves. You know what it's like. Also, another good luck finding that mask without a guide mask. But I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I wasn't saying anything.
My mistake. At the time, I was kind of going for a capture medal. I thought there was enough left.
There aren't.
I'm a little surprised that there's so few of them left, but I guess they were kind of hurting after that last mission.
Oh, you mean the one where you killed infinite goons?
Well, I didn't technically kill infinite goons. More like I prevented infinite goons from respawning, but maybe that's just as bad. Well, since I'm out of riot grenades and a grenade might be useful in this next situation, I have a little bit of a problem. But hey, I did get rid of this grenade launcher guy,
Well,
so we can use a different kind of grenade. It worked a little bit less than I thought it would, but it did catch the shield guy in back, so that's good enough for me. But something weird happened that I'm going to show off after I deal with these guys. I think you'll like it.
uh-huh.
Also, apparently, I don't know, I caught someone, but anyway, yeah. So, taking a look in there. Those two explosive containers in there. How'd they not get set off when I threw the grenade in there?
They're special bullet-only containers.
Okay.
You know, you see them all the time down at the docks.
Wonder what their civilian use is.
I don't know.
Well, going back to get healing, and to just show off where these guys are. It's in kind of a side room near where you go into the building.
Wait, there's healing down here?
Yep. There's also that cop who you can bring with you if you want. That might have actually made that last sequence or two a lot easier. Should have thought of that.
Listen, I've only got one pack left, so try and be a little bit more.
On the other hand, you do have to keep him alive.
Yeah, try and ease up on the getting a shot, Mason. There's only so much we can do for you.
Yeah,
OCP hasn't finished their work on that other thing yet.
Yeah, I suspect that a significant portion of my bloodstream is now healing goo. That's probably not healthy.
Yeah, you can walk it off.
Well, so tell me about your experience with this level.
It was not a fun one.
Really? I think this game is pretty fun.
It is a fun game.
I will agree with you that the meatpacking plant is very annoying, and I will say that this new challenge is rather interesting. They force you to use thermal in a hostage situation, so telling them apart, a little tougher.
Yep. And, well, it's a hostage situation.
Yep. Unfortunately, I forgot to go for a magnum duel, but it's probably for the best. I suspect that even though weapon accuracy in this game is not something you really have to worry about, the magnum is probably not the very best that no one ever was. I'm sorry. And, yep.
There's the last mask. I will be kinda good.
Yeah, look up to catch a few. You'll be glad you did.
Okay, he actually switches his throwables in between phases.
Yep.
Shoot him! Help me! Please!
Just two more.
Well,
And now we can actually see him. I think they did that just so they could show off the model they gave him.
Shoot him!
Because it is a unique face.
well, he's done.
I think he's the only guy you fight who doesn't wear a mask, actually.
Well, he's on a meat hook.
Uh-oh.
Ah! What the fuck? Get me down, you piece of shit!
Fine, we'll put you down. Just give us a second.
Uh-huh.
No! Please! No! No! No!
Ugh.
Okay, we've definitely got something that tops the rest of the hostage takers.
That
So-
is not USDA approved.
Well, I guess he's cat food now, and our hero can give a witty one-liner.
Uh-huh. Nah, Nick Mason is a mute protagonist. And that's it for that mission. Let's see what we get from it.
Yep.
There's no newscast.
We're gonna get that in just a second. Also, put a guy into a meat grinder. You're a true hero.
You're the hero this city deserves.
This is Channel 7 News.
This is Lanny York reporting for Channel 7 News. In our top story, T-Zero hero Nick Mason fought off an unexpected, vicious, and vengeful attack from Shift-It's terrorist elite. The battle was at his safe house uptown. Emergency services have swarmed the area and successfully defeated the gangs once and for all. Well, thousands of people are returning to rebuild their homes and their lives. The many months of inner-city war have taken huge physical and emotional toll. Mayor Wyatt inspired residents by saying, "Our city will rebuild, not only with bricks, but with a stronger bond between those who live here. It'll take months for us to repair our city, but our spirit is resolute, and our freedom burns brightly in our hearts and in our minds." We would like to take a moment to remember the emergency service crews and T-Zero members who gave their lives to protect our liberty. Without these brave souls, none of us would be free. If you would like to extend your own words of gratitude to Nick Mason and all the other brave heroes and their families, please contact us here at Channel 7. This is Lanny York signing off. Channel 7, as always, will be first for news in your city. Thank you and good night.
By the way, that guy who carried the Shift-It box into your house, it wasn't really a secret at what Shift-It was up to at that point, so I don't think he was terribly smart.
By the way, the subtitles at the end said all of the Braves heroes.
Yep. Well,
That's urban chaos.
that's urban chaos. And we get the best reward at the end.
Yeah.
Well,
Terror mode.
I'm glad we got the chance to show off urban chaos, because that particular kind of insanity seems not really Grand Theft Auto style, but
Uh-huh.
it's definitely up there.
Yep.
And that's it. And we got some new medal markers for Terror Mode. If you want to see that, watch the Time Warriors playthrough. It's great. And thanks very much for watching. We enjoyed recording this.
That we did.
Thank you, Stone of Triumph, for joining me in this recording.
Uh-huh.
And thank you. You've been a great audience.
Have they?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you in whatever game I decide to record next.
All right.
Later.
Bye. Watch East.
Watch East.